Sexual assault victims refuse to submit to a rape kit exam after their attack because it feels too probative, like another violation after all they've been through. But that exam to identify any bodily fluids or fingernail scrapings may be the thing that stands between them and justice, the thing that can identify their attackers. A recent reversal in the way this process is supposed to work, causing outrage from coast to coast now that San Francisco police have been accused of using the DNA of a rape victim from her rape kit to link her to another crime. Allison Kephart joining me now live. She is the Chief Legal and Compliance Officer at WEAVE, which stands for When Everyone Acts, Violence Ends. Thank you so much for tackling this difficult topic with us.
Well, thank you for having me this morning.
First, we have to say that the police chief in San Francisco there said he didn't think that this happened, that he would check into it. The DA there, who's facing recall, says that this is exactly what's happened with this material from the rape kit. As of today, the chief spokesman says the department has officially stopped this practice. Now, when news of this use of the rape kit first started to surface, what went through your mind?
Shock and dismay really is the biggest feeling that I think myself and anyone else that works in the space of serving victims of sexual assault. We rely on our law enforcement partners really to help us support survivors. And if those partners are not holding survivor information with the same level of care and protection that we are, it's a significant issue for us.
WEAVE has helped domestic violence victims and those who've experienced sexual assault in our area for years, and there are some statistics that say only 2 out of 3 rapes are actually reported. What are your concerns about this causing a chilling effect on people even wanting to become, say that they're a victim and come forward and have one of these exams?
I think it is a significant concern, as you put it, a chilling effect. I think victims are already very hesitant to report, and more recent data suggests that it's actually probably even less than 2 out of 3 rapes being reported for a variety of reasons. But a big one is a fear of not being believed or a distrust of how their case is going to be handled by law enforcement.
And you are the Chief Legal and Compliance Officer for WEAVE. As we mentioned, we know the district attorney in San Francisco very upset about what happened here and dropped the felony property crime that this woman who had submitted her own DNA in her rape kit was tied to and then arrested based on that, and saying that the case was dropped based on the Fourth Amendment. This has to do with unreasonable search and seizure?
That's correct.
And exactly how?
My expectation, having not reviewed exactly the analysis that the DA went through, is that it was not a reasonable search of the DNA that the victim had submitted as part of her rape kit. She would have submitted her DNA in part so that the crime lab and anybody investigating her rape could eliminate her DNA from any sample that they found and then be able to isolate a potential perpetrator's DNA. So that was not the purpose that her DNA was provided for. And my guess is that is the analysis that the DA was using.
What also seemed to me another legal element here would be the Fifth Amendment in terms of I didn't submit this DNA to incriminate myself in any way. It was for the purpose of finding an attacker. So definitely a situation that a lot of people are going to be talking about because State Senator Wiener has put forth some legislation to make this practice illegal across the entire state. Thank you so much for coming in to discuss this with us this morning.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.